facts or we do not have the evidence.
Osman, I've
when
heard
in
the,
this, yes,
Osman, I've
when,
heard
when,
the,
when in this
Osman,
country, no,
I've heard the Electoral Commission.
Yes.
Also say that they asked you to give them the evidence, what you speak about, and you have not given it to them.
Doc,
yes.
First things first.
Yes.
The first issue we raised was the issue of transfer of names without the persons being there.
Yes.
Absentee transfers.
Yes.
The EC said it was not possible. We came out with the evidence and proved 38 illegal transfers.
Okay.
The case of Pusiga. We spoke about the fact that some names were being deleted from the register. The EC again said it was not possible. We're able to prove 3,957 names were deleted.
You provided
yes, we provided. Yes, we provided them with the evidence. And we are telling you that aside from that, we have more. In addition to that, if you look at just Central Region alone, if you look at the computation of the figures and the discrepancies, the headquarters has a figure of transfers of 71,828.
Headquarters of
Electoral Commission headquarters.
Okay.
However, if you put all the figures together within the Central Region at their various district offices, the transfers amount to 36,311 with a difference of 35,517. So you realize that these issues cut across, and these are the figures we are putting together with the evidence. And we are telling you that in this current state and the posture of the EC, prior to us even raising these allegations, we do not trust the EC to do a perfect job, even if we provide them with the evidence that go and clean the register. The EC only comes out by just telling us word of mouth that we have done it, we have done it. And we say that we do not trust that you will do it. So let us sit together. Let us sit as stakeholders. You as all political parties, Tonto's political party, APC, PNC, independent candidates, let us sit and audit the register. It is in the interest of every Ghanaian for us to have a clean register so that we go into a peaceful election. We do not go into a chaotic election. This is all we are asking for. Why is it a problem for other political parties? Unless, of course, people are going to benefit from this register that has so many discrepancies in it. 300,000 people are likely to be disenfranchised. And people think that for the sake of time, and you know, we don't have the time. Is it going to take 2 weeks? Is it going to take 3 weeks? Is it going to take 2 days? Come on.
But is that also not
It's better we waste time to rectify.
No, is that also not important because the election date is fixed? And so obviously, we also need to know how any such audit will impact on the election. It's at least comforting to know. We should know.
Absolutely. But if the EC itself has not even agreed in principle that yes,
no, you don't get my point. At least. Okay. So I've read. I'd wanted to speak with him, but of course the time difference. We're not Professor Kwekwasari, who has spoken about the audit, and he actually has a post. And let me see if I can find it. He actually outlines, you know, he's also a professor of accounting.
Accounting, yes.
Yes, he actually outlines a period that he believes would be sufficient to do. So this is what he says. He says, I want to read this.
Sure.
We get it. He says, Afrobarometer says 2 out of 3 Ghana don't trust the EC. Gogo calls for an urgent parliamentary resolution to appoint an auditor to audit the voter registration system and provide a report by October 15. The purpose of the audit is to restore public confidence in the electoral process, calm the political temperature, and forestall needless future litigation and disputes. Terms of reference. Objective: to assess and to recommend mechanisms to enhance the accuracy, completeness, integrity, privacy, and transparency of the voters' register. Scope: 1. Review the voter registration process, transfer process, and voter details update processes, and recommend improvements. 2. Assess the accuracy of the register of voters in terms of completeness of the details of voters' data, matching of voters' details, biometrics to the voter, occurrence of multiple entries and existence of deceased voters. So you can read it with us. 3. Ensure that all voter transfers between constituencies or polling stations were valid, confirmed by the voters themselves and initiated by them rather than unauthorized parties. 4. Verify that only authorized personnel have access to the voters' register and that no transfer or modification can be initiated without the explicit consent of the voter involved. 5. Confirm that newly added voters meet eligibility requirements. 6. Identify and eliminate any duplicate entries, including multiple registrations by the same individual. 7. Cross-check the register to remove names of deceased individuals. 8. Validate the biometric voter verification system to ensure all registered voters have valid, unique biometric data. 9. Propose specific actions and reforms to improve the accuracy, transparency, and fairness of the voters register, including the measures to ensure voters' rights and the integrity of the system. Now it moves to timeline. It says the audit must be completed by October 15. All recommendations must be implemented by October 30. Auditor must confirm implementation by November 5. Public disclosure. The final audit report must be made public to ensure full transparency and accountability. Compliance with legal and ethical standards. The audit must comply with all relevant election laws and international best practices related to data privacy, voter rights, and electoral integrity. Okay, so he says that this is his timeline. Audit must be completed by October 15. All recommendations must be implemented by October 30. Auditor must confirm implementation by November 5.
Perfect. So we're still within the timelines of the elections. So clearly, the auditing can be done. Now, the question is, why is the EC just being recalcitrant? Why is the EC being adamant? So far as this audit is concerned, we all want to go into this election with a credible register. We do not want to engage in any form of people being unable to vote. We do not want to envisage that on election day, you have about 300,000 who will be unable to vote. And mind you, it may just get chaotic if political parties realize that on voting day, a political party shows that I've been disenfranchised to a tune of over 300,000 votes. What then will be the remedy on election day, voting day, when tensions are high? So we all are putting this together so that we can avert a future occurrence of chaos. Simple. That is what we are trying to do. I do not know why it has become an issue for everyone, with the EC, with the MPP, with other political parties who have also joined. Some political parties have joined the fact that we need to audit the register. We need a clean register. As simple as that. Randy, I just do not understand why today the EC director takes that position that she doesn't think the register should be audited. And this is her own statement, October 2015, 28th October. Engage independent body to audit register, Madam Jean Mensah. In 2015, 9 years ago, Madam Jean Mensah was asking for an independent audit of the electoral register when discrepancies were raised to a tune of 76,000 names. Today, we are talking about 300,000 names, and the same Madam Jean Mensah is quiet about it. What is she hiding? Who seeks to benefit from it? Who is at the benefiting side of this register? Let us clean the register. That's all the NDC is asking for. Nothing more, nothing less. If at the end of the day, we come out and the register is clean, the NDC goes into the election, and we know the NDC would win the next general election. And that is clear. Unless, of course, with the current state of the register, some people are assured that it will inure to their victory, but we believe that we must clean the register, and it must be clean well. There must be an audit, and at the end of the day, we all can lead or move into a very peaceful election, as simple as A, B, C. Issues of time, we do not know how long it's going to take, we don't know when it's going to start, we don't know when it's going to end. Let us even agree in principle that we want to audit the register. Then we can now go into the modalities and even the timing. If people have to work 24/7, people have to work 24 hours to make sure that the register is audited. We will work 24 hours to make sure the register is audited, because we have to go into an election, and we need to go into a peaceful election. We need to go into an election that everybody believes that the main document that we're going to go into the election with is clean and ready or fit for purpose. Because it's out of that same electoral register that we are going to print ballot papers. It's out of that electoral register that people are going to vote. So how then do you go into an election knowing that the electoral register itself is faulty? It's not fit for purpose. That is not possible.
Okay.